Hey guys, it's me, Mrs. Brown. I am here to read another story with you. We are going to read today a story called The Quickest Kid in Clarksville. So that's the story we're going to read today, and we are going to highlight Olympic medal winner Wilma Rudolph. So if you've never seen this book before, stay tuned. It's really a great one. I'm all by myself today. Zoe is working on some schoolwork. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to read it like this, and then I will ask you some questions about the theme at the end, what you think the theme of the story is. What's the main message here? All right. I'm running in place, listening to my feet pound the pavement, pretending I'm the fastest woman in the world. Of course, Wilma Rudolph, who grew up right in this town, is faster than anyone. But I'm the quickest kid in Clarksville, Tennessee, and everyone around here knows it. I'm thinking about tomorrow's parade and wondering what Wilma's 3 Olympic gold medals would feel like hanging around my neck when a girl I've never seen before comes sashaying my way like she owns the sidewalk and everything on it. She sticks a hand on her hip. I'm Charmaine. I look her up and down. I'm Alta. That's Dee Dee and Little Mo. Got me some new shoes, Charmaine says. Boy, howdy does she ever. Brand new, only been worn by her shoes with stripes down the sides and laces so white they glow. Shoes to struttin', shoes to runnin', because Charmaine's strutting hard enough to shame a rooster, and her legs are her legs are just rarin' to run. These shoes are like Wilma's, she says. My daddy went uptown to get 'em. I stare at the concrete. I don't have a shoe-buying daddy. My sneakers have holes in the soles and laces that never thought to glimmer. I bite my lip. It's okay. Wilma wore a leg brace and flour sack dresses before she got big. Shoes don't make you fast, I say. Charmaine's face tightens. Reckon I'm faster than anyone. I puff up like a spitting cat. She wishes she were Wilma, but I'm the real deal. I point to the mailbox. There and back. Ooh, they're about to race. We crouch low. Dee Dee and Little Mo count down, and we are off. My sneakers slap a sidewalk beat. Wilma Rudolph, Wilma Rudolph. I reach the box first, turn and sprint back, arms moving, legs grooving. I hear Charmaine huffing and puffing behind me. I do a victory dance while Charmaine glares. I'm still bebopping when she takes off again. To the corner, Charmaine calls over her shoulder. Starting now. I leap after her like a scalded frog. Wilma's come from behind to win some of her races, and so will I. Wilma Rudolph, Wilma Rudolph. When Charmaine reaches the corner, I'm nipping her ankles. Bodies lunge, feet tangle. I fall. Charmaine stays up and wins. Ouch! My toe hurts, probably 'cause it's poking out a brand new hole. Just like that, I puff up again. You tripped me. I would have won if you didn't. You were in my lane. I won fair and square. Charmaine walks away, shaking her braids and swinging her bottom. I follow, mad as any cat. That's when it happens. My toe hits a rock that hits Charmaine. For a minute, Charmaine looks like she might fight, but she leaves without a word. I limp home, feet dragging, head hanging. I show Mama the hole. She sighs, "Oh, baby girl, those shoes have to last." When parade day dawns, I'm making a banner with Dee Dee and Little Mo. Then Charmaine struts by like she's queen of the block. I scowl at her, then I pick up the banner and nod to Dee Dee and Little Mo. Let's go! Thing is, that banner is so bulky, no way I'll make it all the way to the parade. It might be easier if I run. I force my feet to move, but one block in, I can't go on. I hear the beat of feet. Wilma, Rudolph, Wilma, Rudolph. Charmaine is running by me. "Pass that here," she says. I clutch the banner tighter. "I don't need any help." "Come on," says Charmaine. "We'll do it like Wilma's relay. 3 people ran it with her, you know." I hate to admit it, but she's right. I hand her the banner, and she takes off for the next block. Then Dee Dee takes a turn, and even Little Mo. We run faster and faster until our legs are nothing but a whirling blur, just like you-know-whose. People stare, eyes popping, fingers pointing. "You go, girls," someone calls. I sneak a look at Charmaine. Her feet are flying. Who's faster? I can't tell. But Charmaine isn't strutting or scowling. She looks happy. I don't mean to, but I smile. Charmaine smiles back. All at once, I know, shoes don't matter. Not as long as we've got our feet. Look, I say, the perfect spot. We collapse on the curb. There are flags, bands, noise, black faces, and white faces. And finally, a fancy convertible with the top down. Right there, holding a bunch of roses, is Wilma Rudolph. We scream and raise our banner, hearts pounding, heads hopping. Wilma sees us and she smiles. Then she waves. That makes Charmaine and me sashay like we own the sidewalk and everything on it. And maybe, just maybe we do. Because we are the quickest kids in Clarksville, Tennessee. And everyone around here knows it. All right. So I'm wondering what you think is the theme or the message in the story. I had a couple that I was thinking of. I was thinking of determination and friendship, because the friendship between Charmaine and Alta did not start off on the right foot in the very beginning of our story. They had to build a friendship, and they were both determined to be the best, but they decided together they were the best. So even teamwork could go in there. They worked together to make it to the parade on time to see their hero. Now, in the very back of this book, I'm going to show you, there is an author's note, just like in the book I read the other day. So a little biography, a little information about Wilma Rudolph. It tells us that Wilma Rudolph was an African-American sprinter, and in 1960, she was the fastest woman in the world. At the Summer Olympic Games in Rome, Italy, she became the first woman from the United States to win 3 gold medals at the same Olympics. So there's the picture of her riding in the parade with her medals. And it's, whoops, I am so sorry. It's very similar to our picture here. So the illustrator, I'm sure, used that picture as part of their, oh my goodness, inspiration there. All right. Her wins in the 100 meter, 200 meters, and 4x100 relay with Martha Hudson, Lucinda Williams, and Barbara Jones made her a household name. She met President John F. Kennedy and received awards, including the Associated Press Female Athlete of the Year in 1960 and 1961, the James E. Sullivan Award, which honors character, leadership, and sportsmanship. She was inducted into the U.S. National Track and Field Hall of Fame and the U.S. Olympic Hall of Fame. It says Wilma's success was even more impressive because of the difficulties she overcame growing up. She was one of 22 children, and her family did not have much money. Wilma was often ill as a child and wore a leg brace after she was diagnosed with polio. Doctors didn't think she would ever walk without it, but she exercised and worked for years until her leg was strong. She did work for hours each day. She exercised and worked to strengthen her muscles. You can read more about her on Wikipedia, and there's a bunch of different fact websites. You can look up information about her childhood. Wilma grew up in Clarksville, Tennessee, which was a segregated town. And if you remember from what we've learned, segregated was when blacks and whites were separated. And then when there was integration is when blacks and whites could be together again. So Clarksville, Tennessee was a segregated town back in the day. There were separate schools and doctors and restaurants for black people and white people. After Wilma's victories, Clarksville wanted to honor her with a parade and a banquet. Wilma said she would not attend unless the events were integrated, open to everyone. The organizers agreed, and Wilma's celebrations were the first major events for blacks and whites in Clarksville's history. And if you remember back here, it says, the author wrote, there are flags, bands, noise, black faces, and white ones. So you see here the illustrator and the author worked together to bring that integration into their pictures as well. So that is my story for today. Sorry about fumbling around with the book a little bit. Had to change where I read today, so I apologize for that. I hope you are all doing well and keeping your distance and staying happy and healthy, okay? Don't forget, if you can, get out and get some fresh air. Stay in your own little space, but get some fresh air. Go outside. My family and I are doing a 20-20-20 challenge, and we're trying to do it at least once a day, if not twice a day, where it's 20 squats, 20 sit-ups, and 20 jumping jacks. And we do that together, and it's been kind of fun. So see, maybe you want to join the 20-20-20 challenge, okay? I hope that you guys are doing well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.